Williams, Atlee Mahorn, Courtney Brown, and Anthony Small are the finalists. Let's take a look at how they advanced to this championship. The semifinal action from last night with Desai Williams and Ben Johnson winning their respective semifinals. First of all, the one with Desai Williams, and he's in lane 4. He had a clocking of 10.35.
Very experienced sprinter, excellent start, accelerating through this first part of the race, and already he's in control of this semi-final. Tony Sharp moving up strongly in the middle, but an easy win for a very confident Desai Williams, who will be a major threat in today's final.
Well, Desai Williams 3 times has won the Canadian Championship, 1980, 81, and 83.
Beautiful sprinting. Just isolate on Desai. Look at the range from arms and legs, the beautiful balance of this track. 45 strides is all they need to cover 100 meters. A good frontal view. We see the immense power of the sprinter. Strength and speed coupled together to make power, and here it's beautifully demonstrated in the frontal views of Desai, and on the left of the picture, Tony Sharp. World-class sprinting, making this look very easy in a semi-final with all on the final today.
So Desai Williams easily moved through his semi-final to the championship this afternoon. And now we go back to the second semi-final last night, and this one features Ben Johnson. He is running in lane 5.
Ben Johnson, who has run 10 seconds flat in Provo, Utah. Bronze medalist in the Los Angeles Games, coming through the middle. Very, very fast cadence and taking it easy from 15 meters out to qualify very comfortably. We talk about the strength, the power of sprinters. This is epitomized in Ben Johnson. Look at this physique. Magnificent physique. Tremendously powerful upper body. Very, very powerful legs. The strongest sprinter in Canada at this time. Accelerating away, running well in the middle part of the field, and then easing up to qualify very comfortably. It's going to be a very, very good final between Ben and Desai Williams. A good frontal view now, rather wide in the arms as he accelerates away from the blocks, veering to the right of the track as we look at it, now settling down in the middle and powering away, running at around 4 strides per second, touching the ground briefly but effectively and easing up to take this semi-final.
And Jeff, there was some debate in the first heat involving Ben Johnson as to whether or not he had stepped out of his lane. There was some controversy as to whether or not he had committed that foul.
Yes, unfortunately, we weren't present to see it, but we were told that he had come perilously close to transgressing by going out of his lane, which you're not allowed to do, of course. It doesn't really produce any advantage in a straight event like the 100. It certainly produces marked potential advantages in the 200. However, nobody spotted it. Ben lives to tell the tale, and here we see the magnificent physique that we've talked about so much as we see the 2 favorites, unquestionably the 2 best sprinters in Canada over 100 meters. Ben Johnson, bronze medalist in Los Angeles. Desai Williams, who in Nice ran 10.03. It's going to be a battle royal between these 2, and if they falter, Tony Sharp or Courtney Brown are likely to surprise. But I think it's got to be between these 2. It's all going to be on the start, and then they've got to keep their heads and accelerate right the way through. As I said earlier, Don, it's 45 strides only, so there's not much chance to make up for any errors.
Well, Desai Williams will be running in lane 5, and prior to the race, Scott Oak had an opportunity to chat with him.
300 final with you, Ben Johnson, and Tony Sharp in it is always competitive, and this one would appear to be no different.
That's right. We're very competitive with all the different 100-meter runners in the world, and we're going to prove to everybody that we're just as tough. And Canada has 3 sprinters and maybe even 4 or 5, including Atlee Mahorn and Mike Dwyer. So we'll prove to everybody else that we can run, and it's going to be a good race.
You have proven in the past that on a given day, the 3 of you and perhaps the 5 of you can run with the best in the world. Are we looking at world-class times here?
Definitely.
Well, that was rather succinct. World-class times, definitely, says Desai Williams. Ben Johnson, of course, is the Canadian record holder with a clocking of 10.12. He also established the Canadian junior record, a time of 10.25. That was in 1981, and in 84, he came up with that 10.12 clocking. And last year, of course, at the Olympic Games in Los Angeles, he captured the bronze medal, finishing behind the incomparable Carl Lewis, who in that 100-meter final picked up his first 4 gold medals. So Ben Johnson runs in lane 4. It's Dwyer in 1, Jones in 2. He was a bronze medalist in the Pacific Conference Games. Sharp in 3, Johnson in 4, Williams in 5, Mahorn in 6, Courtney Brown, a silver medalist over 200 meters in 7, and Small in lane 8. A false start, and it didn't appear as though in lane 4, Ben Johnson even made a move.
I think he may have twitched a little, Don, in the set position and possibly called the rest of them to go. It'll be interesting to see what the starter's ruling here, because if he judged that it was Ben Johnson who was responsible for that start, then the disc will go up, and it means if Ben has a second start, that's the end of the 100-meter final for him. And this puts an enormous amount of responsibility and pressure on the starter. The good starter will handle it. The not-so-experienced starter will tend to anticipate and try to let them away early. The rule, of course, states that you must be motionless in the set position before the starter is allowed to fire the gun. So we'll see. I can't see any sign of disc going up yet. He may, of course, say it was noise from the crowd or cameras, but if it is charged against this magnificent athlete, then, of course, it puts him under some disadvantage.
Jeff, what about the technique of running the 100 meters?
Well, there really isn't any technique except move your arms and legs very quickly. If you want to get better, move them faster. It has been said of 100-meter runners, whoever is the strongest for the longest will win. Whoever stays fastest longest will win, and that, the secret of that is strength. And as we saw from the physique of both Ben Desai and Tony Sharp, they have magnificent physiques. They are very strong sprinters. They match that with speed. They chose their parents correctly, so their central nervous systems are very good. Let's see how they operate.
This time they're away cleanly, and it is Ben Johnson and Desai Williams. Desai Williams has the lead. Now Ben Johnson is pouring it on, and Ben Johnson is going to win this for Desai Williams, hanging on for second place. 10.02. What a run by Ben Johnson. 10.02 unofficially. That is a Canadian record, and just fractionally off the world record. And of course, there was much discussion about that 10 flat clocking in Provo, Utah, Ben Johnson. But on the basis of the performance here, I don't think there is much doubt that he is capable of going under 10 flat. And he is aiming, of course, for Seoul, Korea in the 1988 Olympic Games.
Good start after that first false start, but already Ben and Desai in the middle of the field, accelerating through the first 40 or 50 meters beautifully. But now as they reach the 65-70 meter mark, Johnson moving away magnificently. What range, what power. Superb run, 10.02. There is a following wind. We don't know whether it's allowable or not, but in any event, that is superb world-class sprinting. As Desai said in the interview, we have some world-class sprinters here. This was a demonstration of world-class sprinting and a superb win by the Olympic bronze medalist.
And Ben Johnson is now standing by with Scott Oak.
Ben Johnson, what a magnificent run, 10.02. Sub-10 is in sight for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very good. I'm in pretty good shape right now.
Did you think you were going to blaze away to a 10.02 today?
Well, I can't tell because the track is not real fast enough, but I proved today that the track is really good.
You got everybody around here stunned. People are gathered around in amazement. They can't believe you've done this.
Well, I run 10 flat 2 weeks ago, so I'm pretty really good shape to go in again.
What are your plans now, Ben? Where do you hope to go from here?
My plan is to go and make it to the World Cup Games, trying to get a gold there. That's my plan.
And what are your long-term post-Olympic year goals?
Well, just to, be around and do good and stuff like that,
What about the 200 meters? You haven't done so well on those in the past. Might we see you concentrate on those some more?
Well, people say I can't run 200 meters, but I'm going to prove it tomorrow, and tomorrow that, I can run 200 meters if I want to.
Can you run a corresponding time like this in 200 meters?
Well, 2 weeks ago, I won 20.29 in Provo, so I'm pretty good shape.
Desai Williams said prior to the race that he was expecting world-class times here today, and you were the one to do it at 10.02.
Well, that's right.
Okay, Ben Johnson, thank you very much. Congratulations on just a great run. Let's go back to Brian Williams at Sports Weekend Control. Welcome back.